Every morning carries a sense of mystery. For some, it is like a blank page ready to be written, a fresh start full of hope and possibilities. For others, the morning arrives as a weight, bringing memories of past struggles, present demands, and future worries. Who hasn't woken up with a tight chest, a racing mind, full of unanswered questions and endless to-do lists? This whirlwind of thoughts often steals our peace before the day has even truly begun. The truth is, many of us try to carry alone what we were never meant to bear. We try to control what is completely beyond our reach, holding tightly to burdens that only increase our fatigue. But what if today could be different? What if instead of holding on to anxiety, we chose to hand our worries over to God? What if, instead of chasing solutions we don't have, we paused for a moment to rest in the one who already holds everything together? It's not about giving up on life or responsibilities, but realizing that true strength comes when we acknowledge our limits and allow God to be God. Surrender isn't losing, it's trusting. It's not giving up responsibility, but placing in God's hands the weight that was never ours to carry. Start your day differently. Type in the comments, "I trust you, Lord," as an act of faith and surrender. Life can feel like a constant burden. The demands of work, responsibilities to family, relationships, bills, and even our own inner struggles weigh heavily on us. Many wake up tired before the day even starts, carrying an invisible load that drains their strength and weakens their faith. Yet in the midst of this, Jesus extends an invitation that echoes to us today. "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Matthew 11:28. This is not a strict command or an imposed rule. It is an act of love, a gesture of care, an invitation to trust. He does not ask you to solve everything before coming to him, nor to carry a little longer, nor to show strength you do not have. Jesus simply says, "Come." It's that simple. When we try to carry everything ourselves, we grow weary because we were never meant to live independently of God. The rest Jesus offers goes beyond the physical. It is rest for the soul, peace that surpasses understanding, relief that fills an anxious heart. If you feel the weight of the world on your shoulders today, remember this invitation. It still stands. Jesus is ready to take your burdens, whether they are big or small, visible or hidden. Type in the comments, "Lord, I accept your invitation," as a sign of faith and surrender. Trusting God is one of the greatest challenges of the Christian life. We are creatures who like control. We want to foresee the future, make detailed plans, and avoid surprises. Yet the Word reminds us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." Proverbs 3:5-6. This teaches a profound truth. Our view is limited, but God's is complete. We only see part of the journey. He sees the whole masterpiece. To trust is to let go of understanding everything and rest in the assurance that he guides each step. It is not easy. It requires humility to admit we don't know everything and courage to release control. Trust is not only for major decisions, but also for daily life. When we pray before acting, give our dreams to God, and seek his guidance in small steps, we demonstrate true faith. Faith does not deny reality. It chooses to rely on God despite uncertainty. Whenever doubt or fear arises, lift your voice and remind yourself, "I do not walk alone. The Lord is with me." If this resonates with your heart, type in the comments, "I trust in your ways, Lord." Often when we hear the word surrender, we think of doing it gently, hesitantly. But the Bible teaches us differently. "Cast your cares on the Lord, and he will sustain you." Psalm 55:22. To cast means to throw, to release completely, not just hold loosely. How many times do we say we've given our worries to God, yet we still cling to them? We hold on to the same anxieties, replay the same questions, and carry the same weight. God's invitation is for full release. Do not hold what was never yours to bear. Throw it onto me, for I am able to sustain you. This radical surrender is not neglect. It is an act of faith. When we cast our worries on God, we acknowledge His strength, wisdom, and faithfulness. He does not merely take the burdens, He carries us through them. He sustains, strengthens, and provides exactly what we need. When the weight feels heavy, close your eyes and imagine throwing your fears and anxieties into God's hands, saying aloud, "Lord, these are yours, not mine." Type in the comments, "I cast my burdens on the Lord," as an act of trust. Surrender is not a one-time event. It is a daily practice. Some mornings we wake up filled with faith, ready to trust God completely. Other days, anxiety returns, and the urge to control everything becomes stronger. In these moments, we must remember surrender is a renewed choice every single day. God does not demand perfection, He invites consistency. Simple acts can transform our routine. Playing worship music when your mind is restless, reading a scripture before starting the day, or simply whispering a short prayer, "Lord, I trust you." These small gestures align our hearts with heaven. Daily surrender does not mean living without concern. It is choosing each day who we will hand our worries to. When we focus on God's greatness instead of the magnitude of our problems, peace begins to replace anxiety, and hope blossoms where fear once resided. Even when your heart resists, choose to let go. Open your hands and allow God to lead. Each act of surrender, no matter how small, draws you closer to Him and strengthens your faith. If you want to live in daily surrender, type in the comments, "Today, I give my day to you, Lord." One of the greatest challenges of faith is learning to wait. We want immediate answers, instant solutions, and doors to open without delay. Yet the Word reminds us there is a time for everything. Ecclesiastes 3:1. God's timing is never wrong, and even when nothing seems to happen, He is still working for our good. Waiting does not mean doing nothing. It means trusting while actively staying in prayer and obedience. Every delay has a purpose. Every silence teaches, and every closed door protects. God is never late. He moves perfectly according to His plan. When we surrender to His timing, we discover a unique kind of rest. We don't have to rush or worry about what hasn't yet appeared. Patience gives us strength to persevere. And during the waiting, God shapes our hearts, strengthens our faith, and prepares us to receive what He has already arranged. Just as seasons follow their natural order, so does life unfold according to God's divine plan. Trusting His timing is an act of faith and spiritual maturity. If you are waiting on something, type in the comments, "I trust your timing, Lord." Fear is a subtle weapon that often paralyzes our walk with God. It whispers doubts, sows uncertainty, and tries to convince us that we are alone. Yet the Word declares, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind." 2 Timothy 1:7. Fear does not come from God, but faith is a gift that strengthens us. We cannot stop fear from appearing, but we can choose not to let it control us. When we remember who is by our side, courage rises within us. The Lord goes before us, preparing the way, and nothing can separate us from His love. The enemy often tries to freeze us with thoughts of failure, inadequacy, or uncertainty about the future. But faith reminds us of a greater reality. God is bigger than any circumstance. Faith does not deny fear, but it chooses to rely on God despite it. When fear tries to hold you back, lift your head and declare, "I do not walk alone. The Lord is with me." This truth brings peace to your heart and steadiness to your steps. If this speaks to your heart, type in the comments, "My faith is stronger than fear." We live in a noisy world. The rush of daily life, constant demands, racing thoughts, and countless distractions often make it difficult to hear God's voice. But He invites us to pause, slow down, and simply rest in His presence. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. Being silent before the Lord does not mean inaction. It means full trust. It is allowing your heart to find peace, your mind to be renewed, and your spirit to be strengthened. In this place of stillness, we discover that we don't need to have all the answers because God already does. Too often, we try to fix everything with our own strength and forget that the greatest victories come when we stop and surrender to the Father. In silence, He restores our soul, renews our joy, and fills us with hope. Take a moment in your day to simply be in God's presence. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and place your thoughts and worries into His hands. Often, it is not the words but the posture of the heart that moves heaven. If you want to experience His transforming presence, type in the comments, "I choose to rest in you, Lord." Our thoughts have power over our emotions and actions. The Bible instructs us, "Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things." Philippians 4:8. Renewing the mind means replacing negative thoughts with God's truth. It's allowing anxiety, fear, and worry to be transformed into trust, hope, and peace. When we focus on what is true and good, our hearts grow stronger and our faith deepens. In difficult moments, it is easy to dwell on what could go wrong. But God calls us to fix our eyes on Him, to remember His promises, and to trust that He is in control of every detail of our lives. Mind renewal is not instantaneous. It is a daily process. Consciously handing over each thought to God and letting His peace guide us. Today, practice faith by replacing anxious thoughts with God's truth. Let Him transform your perspective and fill your heart with calm and hope. If you want to renew your mind and live in peace, type in the comments, "My mind is set on you, Lord." At the end of this time of reflection and prayer, we are reminded that walking with God is a daily journey. Each day gives us the opportunity to trust more, to hand over our fears, anxieties, and plans to the one who sustains us. Faith is not just believing in something distant. It is trusting God here and now, even when we cannot see the full path. When we place our worries before Him, we feel freedom. Each surrender is a declaration, "Lord, I trust you." We don't have to carry the weight of the world alone, nor solve everything by ourselves. God invites us to rest in His presence, renew our minds, strengthen our hearts, and walk with courage even in uncertainty. As we close this time of prayer, remember, God's peace is real and available today. It does not depend on external circumstances, but on the truth that He is sovereign, faithful, and loving. Surrendering to Him brings freedom, trust, and a deeper relationship with our Creator. If this message touched your heart, type in the comments, "Today I fully trust you, Lord." As an act of faith and surrender,